Good morning and welcome back to Big Mouth. So Twitter is exploded yet again. It's furious and they have another public enemy number one to look at. And this time it's Miss Roxanne Pallet, or how I like to call her, Roxy. So what's happened here? Well, Ryan Thomas was playfully kind of dancing around her, giving it all that. Apparently, one of the play punches landed and she screamed, holding the wrong side where he was punching. So she accused him of purposely, ferociously attacking her on purpose. The rest of the house believe her, but the problem she has is we saw it, we know it's fake. But the question I'm asking this morning, is this real? We have to look at the deeper commentary here of reality TV. Is anything they do unplanned or real anymore? Or is it just part of a script? Now, everyone in the industry has come out in support of Ryan, but this could be all part of it. They could know it's fake as well, or maybe they don't. I don't know. But, I'm a very cynical person. I'm in the industry, I understand the industry, and I know one thing. Nothing happens in this industry unless it's planned. So it's really hard for me to believe that what's going on right now with Roxy and Ryan is actually real. But should we pretend? Should we pretend it's real? If it's real, listen, if it's real or not, it's a clanger, isn't it? It's a clanger because we are now in the kind of culture and environment of Me Too, a lot of people coming forward claiming sexual harassment and rape from years gone by, especially in the entertainment industry. But we know nearly half of those claims are false. So in a way, what's going on with Big Brother right now is really good because it does put up there the false accusations kind of discussion and debate. Plus, it shows you the effects it can have on innocent men who are accused of saying they don't do. Now, it's kind of good as well that Ryan is a nice, attractive, good-looking guy because this has brought a lot of women on his side. A lot of women are outraged by Roxy's behaviour. And it's, if it is real, the behaviour is terrible. Absolutely. She's, even in last night's episode, she's continuing on trying to make him look bad. And many of the housemates have fallen for it hook, line and sinker. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they believe their story? If I was in the house and I didn't know her, I would certainly believe her. Luckily, I do know the character. And, yesterday on Twitter, last night, I saw it when I got home from clubbing, because I live out here in Iron Apple, Cyprus, that someone who went to school with her has come out and said when she was at school with her, she was being bullied by Roxy and she had to leave the school. Someone commented, oh, is this for real? And she goes, yes, you can check the article in the Mirror about 11 years ago. I'm not sure. I think Roxy was still on the show back then as well. So, again, it's not looking good for her. But saying that and knowing the measure of the woman, she's planned this. She wanted this. She doesn't care what you think of her. It's the fact that you're thinking of her, talking about her, keeping her in the public eye. You're going to be making her money. That's all she cares about. And you must never underestimate young women like Roxy. They're devious. They're clever. They know what they want and they get what they want. And that's fame, money and power. That's all they care about. And they don't care how they do it. That means they don't care who they sleep with, who they blackmail, who they destroy to become successful, to become a celebrity and stay a celebrity. This is what young women like her are like. So there should be no kind of misconception. She is very attractive. She does come across very sweet, very innocent. We know she was in an Emmerdale playing kind of a domestic abuse victim. And talking about that, Kelvin Fletcher himself, who played Andy Sugden, the character who was beating Joe, who was played by Roxy, come out and said, please stop saying that she's mentally ill, because this is bad on mentally ill people to say that a mentally ill person would go so deeply into making these false accusations. And I think Kelvin's spot on. Obviously, Kelvin has worked with her. He hasn't come out and said, I know her, she's a bitch. I think he hasn't gone too far, which is very important. And I think this is why I haven't come out and said this, that, and the other, because it's very shaky ground. The most important thing is to talk about here and now. We saw with our own eyes someone make flagrantly dishonest accusation about another human being in a reality show, Big Brother. Now, this is probably the biggest event that's ever happened on Big Brother since Emma and the other girl jumped out of the cake and Victor and Jason went ballistic and they had to take the show off the air. Do you remember that? If you're old enough, you'll remember that. So this is something massive. I've not seen anything like this. This is just so bad. The only thing I can really compare it to in social media is when Georgia on Love Island literally grabs that guy by the throat, kisses him, and goes back and tells Laura about it. It was that was really bad, by the way. But this is worse. This is a massive false accusation. And more in reality TV, we are really seeing aggressive young women who will do whatever it takes for their aim to happen, for them to get what they want. They are very dangerous because their beauty is intoxicating. It can fool us because with the environment of what's going on now, where men are being shamed a lot and we're all being put in the same box, it's important that women, especially attractive women, understand the biological power they have over us. It's a reaction from us. We see a pair of nice breasts sticking out the cleavage up, shaking around on Instagram. We get a boner. It's as simple as that. The facts are we get a boner. We can't help that. Now, some of us can handle it and have the willpower to deal with that better than others. That is the situation. And then I say there is a responsibility for women to understand the effect they have on men. Now, they will come out and say, oh, it's our bodies, we're proud of our bodies, we're not doing it for men, we're doing it for ourselves. But that ignores the biological effect they have on men and the power they have. And they know the power they have, which in a way makes some women extremely dangerous when they use that power. Excuse me. It's been a long night, lots of cigarettes, lots of drink. You must forgive me for that. But that is the situation. So I feel there has to be when we see these situations now, it's very difficult now because of the sexual environment of Me Too, where men are being labelled, all men are being labelled as potential rapists and sexual harassers, and all women are being labelled as potential victims. It's very difficult for men, but this is what I'm talking about, this biological reaction that men have to women they're attracted to. And when you go on Instagram and you literally see these very attractive young women shaking their asses, waving their breasts about, doing close-ups on their cleavages, we live in very dangerous times. And the law doesn't recognise the biological reaction us men have when we're turned on, when we're sexually aroused. But that's another subject for another time. We need to go back to Roxy in this situation. The situation here is labelled that not all women are potential victims. Men can be victimised by women because women now hold all the power. Not just what I've been talking about, the biological reactions and the stuff that we can't help when women look really attractive, but the power of law, the power of thought, because it is out there now that they're all victims and we're all potential aggressors. And unless the law recognises the power they have and the responsibility they must have towards that power, nothing's ever going to change. If a man sexually harasses a woman for real or rapes her, he should have the full force of the law against him. No question about that. But there must be certain things that are taken into context legally. And luckily, we saw on the television what Ryan went through. And that her claims against him are totally bogus, totally false. And it's an absolute joke. Everybody knows her. Now we must look at Channel 5 and Big Brother themselves. They've given Ryan a final warning. So we must ask, why are they protecting her? Well, they've given him a final warning because they want to look like they're coming on her side. Only they know why that is. Lots of people are surprised why she wasn't evicted last night. Hey, I'm going to make an alleged accusation here. Channel 5 were never going to let her leave. Why? Because she's ratings gold. They don't care of, of the moral aspect of this. They don't care what Ryan's going through. All they care about is keeping this situation going for the ratings, because Big Brother's never had this much attention since it's been on Channel 4. They're the facts of the matter. So Channel 5 can't believe this. Channel 5 are like a Brad Pitt fan who gets a 5-minute French kiss with Brad Pitt, right? You're never going to wash your tongue or your mouth again. This is what Channel 5... Oh my God, we've hit gold here. So only you can decide whether this situation is fact or fiction, if it's scripted. Who knows? The truth is, nobody really knows. And it's such an explosive situation. And I think everyone who's come out saying that is true. Even if this isn't real, this is an explosive situation. This is really irresponsible by the broadcaster. So now we talk about, again, if it is real, let's pretend it's real, right? What legal powers will Ryan have? Well, Ryan will have a lot of legal powers unless behind closed doors they've spoken to him and said, listen, we understand the situation, we're doing it for that reason or the other reason. Then if he understands that and they're getting him to play along, that's a different situation. But if this is actually a reality show and this is really real, then Ryan could sue them for many reasons. I mean, for his mental health, the state of his mental health. He knows, and the public know, that her accusations are false. So first of all, he should never have got that final warning. They know that because they've seen the footage. So what they're playing at, now they may turn around and say, well, actually, we gave the warning for the intent because he was going like that, which is pathetic, of course, but that's the kind of snowflake generation we live in, and they could get away with that. But as to talk about him being a threat to Roxy or trying to bring harm to her, she didn't even say ow on her right side. We know that. We know she's a liar. Another man's come forward in the entertainment industry saying that she's actually falsely accused him before of stuff. So, look, this woman, without a doubt, and I have this knowledge, she's got previous, she is very dangerous, and women like her have to be outed. And so people know she's a liar. The problem is, you do kind of feel for her because she doesn't understand the level of hate she's going to get. All her social media accounts have been deleted, but she's not going to be happy about that. Because when she comes out, she's going to reenact, she's going to bring them back. She's going to bring her Insta back. She's going to bring her Twitter back. This is a big moment for Roxy. The problem is she just doesn't understand the consequences of what she's doing. Because the problem with Roxy is she doesn't listen to advice. And people who don't listen to advice in life don't get anywhere. Sometimes you ignore advice and you go with your gut, and that's fine. But what she's done here is outrageous, and it wins you no friends. And even if you're a member of her family, how can you back this? If you're a friend of hers, if she still has any friends, how do you back this behaviour? The truth is, you cannot. I think one feminist tried to stick up for her, and she got kind of slaughtered. I don't like it when people hunt in packs. I spoke about this on my YouTube video yesterday. I don't like bullying, whether the person you're going after is in the wrong or not. I don't like it when people hunt in packs. I find it very intimidating and very sad, and it kind of upsets me, even if it's nothing to do with me. So sometimes we've got to let people have their opinions. I mean, obviously there's a few feminists out there trying to use this, but it's not going to work because we've all seen what's happened. And then her current boyfriend has gone to the Sun to make himself some quick money, saying that Ryan threatened Roxy at an awards bash. Yes. Now, this actually made me laugh out loud. It really did, because this guy, everyone who knows Ryan knows he's not. That's just not him. He's just a softie. As someone said, who used to work with me on Coronation Street, he loves cuddles. He just is not. Let me just be clear. He's nothing like what he seems. He looks kind of buff and he's got muscles and stuff, but he's not aggressive in the slightest. And so for people to be, well, for anyone to suggest that this is a violent, dangerous young man, I'm sorry. This is the joke of it all. She's picked on the wrong person. And, you know, I think she kind of knows him, doesn't she, as well? So she should have known. But I think the problem is she's been flirting about before this. She's got a boyfriend, and maybe she's trying to wriggle her way out of it as well. So who knows what her motives are. But her number one motive is fame, money, and power. And she's going to get that. She's going to be on Loose Women. She's going to be on This Morning. She's going to be on The Right Stuff. They're all going to freaking well pay her, even though they falsely accused. She's falsely accused a young man of doing nothing, right? So wouldn't it be good if there was a media blackout on her to kind of show that falsely accusing people will not be tolerated in our society? But no, they're not going to do that because, again, it's ratings. TV is a business. The entertainment industry, whether it's the movie, light entertainment, drama, anything, they have no morals. It is about money. It is about ratings. It is about box office. They do not care. They do not care about their consumers, what they consume, whether it's right or wrong. All they care about is making money. And now and again, they try and preach to us about morals and politics, which we all ignore, of course, because we've all got our own opinions, and the entertainment industry should never dictate to us. But what's happened here, whether it's real or not, is very unsavoury, especially with the current climate and what's going on with Me Too. Now, for me, Me Too is an absolute fraud, a con. I would suggest no one donate any money to it, but we are in that era. Look at the Alison Mack situation. Alison Mack, who played Chloe in Smallville. She was enticing people to this cult, this sex slave cult, by saying that it was about women empowering themselves. So it goes to show you that feminism can be used for bad. So girls, you've got to be careful who you believe and who you trust. I would suggest who you believe and who you don't trust is Roxanne Pallet. She's not a victim. There's now people coming forward saying that when she kind of fractured her arm or whatever she did, that wasn't true. When she said this happened, she could be a compulsive liar. So I think what has to happen now is this Ofcom situation. Ofcom's had thousands of complaints. Now, Ofcom's record really with things like this ain't great. And I mean, what happens if Channel 5 are found to be guilty or negligent? It's going to be very difficult to find them negligent because these channels are very powerful. But it'd be very, very interesting to me what happens. What's going to happen when Roxy comes out? What's going to happen to Channel 5 and Big Brother? Could this change their mentality on the show? Because they've been talking about giving it a year off after ruining the whole freaking thing. Big Brother was a massive thing in its prime on Channel 4, and Channel 5 have absolutely ruined it. But this could be the golden ticket that puts Big Brother back on the map. Because up till now, the past few years, it's been all about Love Island, but this could really work. So this is a horrible, disgusting thing. Now, if you do come across Roxy, if she does come back onto Twitter, of course, you're allowed to air your opinion. Just be careful. Don't be too aggressive. Don't swear. Don't threaten. Remember, she's a human being. And just because she's done something so disgusting, it doesn't mean we have to stoop to her level. Thank you very much. It's Saturday. I'm Big Mouth. My real name's Mick Meanus. I live in Cyprus, here in Ayia Napa. I'm a former Ayia Napa reality star developing the first English-speaking dramas here on Cyprus TV. Please like this video or even dislike it. Even that's a great response. I actually laugh when I get dislikes. It's fun. Please subscribe. Please tell everyone you know about this video. Thank you very much. I'll be back again, unfortunately for you.